Hello and welcome to Felix Stowe's Wedding Planner. And as you can see today I have with me Felix Stowe's very own wedding planner, Jill.
Hello Maureen.
Hello Jill. I don't know if you can guess, but it's Christmas and we thought, we would just celebrate it a little with our tinsel. I've made Jill wear it, by the way. She would have more, you would have more taste than to do that.
No, it's fine, it's fine.
But today's going to be really great. We've got winter weddings. Excuse me. Very, very appropriate and some lovely pictures. Winter weddings, are they popular, Jill?
They're probably not as popular as having a wedding in the spring or summer, for the whole reason that most people want to try and have a nice day, like sunshine or dryness. However, they are still popular and it's just another option for a bride and groom to choose.
Right.
Some people might want to have a winter wedding in this country. Some people choose to go abroad where it's guaranteed snow, or go to Sweden or Finland where they have ice hotels, which we can look at later. So yeah, it depends what the individuals want.
Right. Oh, to have a sleigh as your wedding carriage.
Yeah, that's
How
right.
fantastic.
Reindeer and things.
Yes. So, yes, I could see that. I could see it would be very beautiful.
It is, yeah, it can be.
Yes. So, is it cheaper to get married in the winter?
If you got married in this country in the winter, technically it should be cheaper because you're out of the traditional wedding season.
Right.
So yeah, it might be a bit cheaper. And if you got married during the week, particularly sort of on a Tuesday or Wednesday, it might be cheaper still.
Right.
So
right. So
something
that's
to consider, and that's a general rule anyway.
Yeah.
For weddings. So yeah.
And also cheers up the winter, doesn't it?
Yeah,
to have a
something
wedding
to
to
look
look forward
forward to,
to.
for
Yes.
sure. Yeah.
So I'm sure you've got some wonderful wedding
I
pictures
have
for
got
us
some
soon.
pictures of dresses and floral arrangements and things. So
Yes. Shall we have a look?
Let's have a look.
Shall we start to have a look?
We
I
shall.
love them. Oh,
Okay, so
wonderful.
obviously this is an off-the-shoulder dress, strapless dress, but brides maybe that are getting married in a registry office or something that still want a traditional white or ivory dress, but with an essence of the Christmas feel. So they might have an accessory that's red or green, and that's what we're looking at today, really.
Beautiful. I love that. I love the shape of it.
So, I mean, that dress could be worn in the summer as well, but,
Oh my
there's a
goodness.
very sort of pale green wedding dress. Traditionally, Christmassy colours tend to be red and green. So I've picked out those sort of aspects today in a lot of the pictures.
Looks like a princess, doesn't she?
There's a lot of detail on that dress at the bottom.
It is beautiful, isn't it? Are these all designer dresses?
No, not all of them. Some you can buy sort of in the high street and things like that. So yeah, it's just to give the bride an idea of what's available, really. And you don't have to have a white dress or an ivory dress.
How do you choose?
It's difficult.
Yeah.
It is
Do you help with that? Would you help a
yes,
bride with her choice?
I mean, as we go right back to the very first series that we did,
Yes.
when we talk about mood boards, if
Oh,
a bride
yes.
says, I'm not sure I particularly want a white or ivory dress, and some people don't even want a dress, they want trouser suits and things like that, we can sort of help with that. So yeah.
Anything goes.
Anything can go, yeah. This obviously is a traditional sort of white dress, but with the coat. So obviously for a winter wedding, you have the choice of wearing the coat or taking it off as well.
Yeah. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, it's lovely. That is a designer dress, but you get the idea.
Yes. I like that very
it's
much.
Lovely, isn't it? It's very elegant.
Did I hear that satin is coming in next year? I'm
Yeah,
sure
satin.
that's Corinne who said that, didn't she?
Satin and taffeta and things like that. And
I
silks.
remember satin.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm glad it's coming
nice.
back. It flows beautifully.
It's another one, again, with the coat aspect to it.
Has that got fur on it?
Yeah, it has.
Wow.
That's classed as a Swedish wedding dress. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe it originates from Sweden.
Right.
But,
it's cold there as well.
It is cold, so they probably do wear that a bit more. But it just gives the bride an idea that you don't have to just wear the dress. You can have an accessory, a coat or a stole, or a little fur sort of shrug around you. So yeah.
It's actually very elegant, isn't it?
It is
very
lovely,
elegant.
yeah.
Maybe a little bit more elegant in a different way than you would have for a summer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. Yes.
Well, this is if you want to go completely red. This is a medieval sort of themed wedding dress.
Golly gosh.
Yeah.
That's quite extreme, isn't it?
Is, yeah. Again, that can be elegant, if you're sort of getting married in a setting that's a bit gothic or something like that, or medieval.
Yes.
So,
That looks, that's a big dress to wear,
It's a
isn't
big
it?
dress. But
Yeah.
you can imagine sort of long tables for the reception.
Yes.
Medieval
Yes.
style and things like
Henry
that.
VIII
Yeah,
type
very
look.
wooden
Yes.
tables and things like that.
Wow.
Yeah. Again, this is a dress with the green aspect to it, accessorised.
Oh, isn't that stunning? Because
Yeah.
that's what most people see of a bride in
The back,
in-
yeah.
yes, the back of her. And,
Yeah.
oh, how lovely is that?
And it is quite nice to see a different colour within a wedding dress as well. It does stand out. I know when we did the
Yeah.
Orwell wedding show, there was one
Yeah.
bride that had white and red, and on the catwalk, you know, she really stood out
Yes.
compared to some of the others. So.
I think you're absolutely
Yeah,
right, and
it's quite
it's
nice.
quite brave to do.
Yeah, not everyone's
Yeah.
cup of tea, but you know, it's quite nice if you like that.
No, I really like. Oh,
This is I picked this up because obviously with the hat, the Russian style fur hat.
yes.
Um,
I like it.
Yeah, it's nice for a winter wedding, but also there's a woolen aspect to it. I don't know if the viewers can see it closely, but what she's wearing is wool over her dress. So it doesn't have to be silk or satin or taffeta or fur. It can actually be woolen.
Right, and
as
just
well.
as beautiful.
And just as beautiful.
I mean,
And I-
that's beautiful.
Yeah, when we went to see Karina, I noticed that some of the bridesmaids had little sort of jackets that were woolen. So it doesn't have to be sort of, you know, an elegant material.
No, and it's warm.
Yeah, wool can look just as good.
Yes.
Or even a crocheted sort of stole or something.
Things going back, aren't they,
They
to
are,
years
yeah.
ago?
And then, like you said, anything can go now.
Yes,
It doesn't
that's-
have to be, you know, silk and taffeta and things like that, or lace. So.
And for winter, that seems. Oh my goodness!
So some of the pictures today are showing sort of bouquets, but not in the traditional sense. This is obviously all pearls, which is quite nice for a winter wedding.
That is,
quite
isn't
elegant
it?
and
Almost looks like a
something-
snowflake,
It does
doesn't
a bit,
it?
yeah. And
But-
also you can keep it afterwards. It's, you know,
Yes, it's
everlasting.
very elegant. What a good idea when you think of all those lovely flowers that you carry and they die.
I know.
That will be
Yeah.
forever, won't
Yeah.
it?
So
Wonderful.
just
I love
another
that.
idea you can have. You've got the traditional sort of bouquet of fresh
Yes.
flowers, but these are lilies, which traditionally, when we went to see Vintage and Green florists recently, which the viewers will see in the future,
Yes.
obviously lilies are normally associated with funerals, but now they're becoming more popular with weddings and brides having them as floral bouquets or in their reception.
Yes.
So,
Oh, they're stunning, aren't they,
Yeah,
lilies? They're
yeah.
just lovely.
and obviously there's all different kinds of lilies,
Yeah.
some with colour. So, yeah.
Yes, I think we're going to see more of that
Yes,
further on.
yeah.
I've seen the pictures
Yeah.
first, you see.
Uh,
Oh, look at that! Go and tell me about that, because I know. Go
Well,
on.
I mean, obviously, there's different aspects of winter weddings. We talked about having reds and greens and
Yeah.
traditional sort of Christmassy colours, but sometimes you just want to go a bit vibrant, and this is an idea for vibrancy, really. So,
But aren't they cakes? They're cakes. They're cakes
Yeah.
that you can eat.
yeah.
Wow, what
yeah.
an
I
unusual
know,
idea.
It's lovely, isn't it? Yeah. So, I mean, Christmas and winter weddings are all about, you can either go down the route of having sort of vibrancy and sparkle and glitz and glam, and lots of diamantes and diamonds and that kind of thing, and vibrant colours, or you can go down the route of just sticking with the traditional Christmassy colours, greens, reds, maybe yellow, golds, that kind of thing.
Yes, so you
So-
can sort of really go overboard
Yeah.
at Christmas
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And I just, and is that, you've shown us two things that aren't flowers, because flowers, you don't have quite so many
It was just
flowers.
really bringing to the attention of the viewers
Yes.
that in a traditional sense you can obviously have silk or fresh flowers as a bouquet, but there are alternatives, and
Yeah.
you'll see more probably. You know, looking at this one here, you've got the sort of silvery colours and things like that,
Oh.
which again, gold, silvers at Christmas
Yeah.
time are nice.
Yes.
A lot of the flowers can be made out of paper or material. They don't have to be made. They don't have to be fresh flowers at all.
Yes, and flowers are difficult to get, more difficult to get, aren't they, in the winter?
As Dawn said from Vintage and Green, you know, it is a bit more difficult in the winter time. But you know,
It's really lovely to see such a variety,
Yeah.
you know, such a
it's sort
different
of a time
aspect.
of extravagance, so you can sort of go a bit crazy
Yeah.
at Christmas time. Really.
Oh.
This is obviously a more natural bouquet, but using things that you would find in the winter time. So you've got the fir cones, pine cones, that kind of thing.
Well, you could just
leaves
see you
and pine
holding
trees.
that
Yeah,
with
nice,
snow
isn't it?
all around you.
It's
I
pretty.
think that would look really pretty. Maybe not quite so nice in the summer. It's very
No, it wouldn't work as well in the summer.
No.
It's more of a winter thing, isn't
Yes,
it? So,
I think that's wonderful.
yeah.
Very creative people around. Oh gosh,
These are like
they're
little
unusual.
pom-poms that were made. And again, obviously, you can have them in any colour if you wanted a winter wedding.
What are they made of?
Just paper.
Oh,
It's
paper.
pom-poms,
Oh,
yeah.
right.
So, yeah.
And again, you could see that with snow or it's
Yeah,
not
if you
very
had
nice
fibre threads or
weather.
something,
Yeah,
yeah.
it really cheers you up,
Yeah.
doesn't it? A bit like wearing these, isn't
Yes,
it?
indeed.
On a day like today. Oh, beautiful. I don't
This
know
is
where you
the,
find these.
The sort of glam side of
Oh,
a winter
right.
wedding. You know, you've got the sort of diamante star jewels or something like that, and then the very richness of a sort of purpley Callia lily as a bouquet.
Beautiful, isn't it? I do like that colour. It's very striking,
Very,
isn't it?
it's almost
Everything
a
you're
black,
showing us.
blackish purple,
Yes.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. I don't know what was in the bottom of that picture.
I think it was another lily, but sort of the cream.
Yeah.
part.
Yes. Yes. But beautiful. I like that colour.
Yeah.
I mean, that. Oh goodness.
And again, this is you know, the winter wonderland thing, sort of
Oh, it
lights
is, isn't
and
it? Yes.
crystals and things like that.
Oh, I think that looks lovely. So, and also if you have an evening wedding.
Exactly, which you can nowadays. you know.
Yes. And it gives all that brightness
Yeah.
and sparkle.
Yeah, it's quite nice to see. I mean, it's like the Christmas lights that you see in the streets at Christmas time.
It
So
is.
to have that kind of thing at your wedding would be
Oh, I
stunning.
think that was great fun.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't think, you think, oh, you wouldn't want an evening wedding.
No.
Everybody has it during the day.
But I think the contrast of the darkness outside, but then having the beautiful sort of lights inside.
Very creative.
And I mean, that's an extreme, but if you had sort of tea lights around or something like that to give a nice warm glow,
yes.
that kind of thing. So
Flickering.
with lighting aspects, you can really, you know,
Yeah.
create quite a good sensation for your wedding.
And would you do that? Would you
Wedding
design
planners will do
that?
that, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you'd be given a room
Yeah.
and
dress the room
and dress
accordingly,
it.
yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be deterred by an evening, or as a bride, you
No,
wouldn't be
no,
deterred
because
by
it's
an
a challenge
evening.
again to the wedding
Yes.
planner. So you know, it's something different that you can focus on.
Especially if
So-
you're wearing diamantes as
Yeah,
well, all
those
that
sparkles.
yeah,
Yeah.
sparkle would be
Yeah.
beautiful. It makes an evening wedding sound really
It
good,
does,
doesn't it?
Yeah. So,
Oh
these
gosh.
Are, this is again an extreme, but this is a snow sculpture, and if you really wanted to go over the top for your wedding, you could
yeah.
actually have something like that, or an ice sculpture at your wedding or reception.
That's a
So
bit big, isn't it?
It is a bit big, but I just
Yes.
brought it along as an extreme.
I love
But,
it.
Yeah, it just shows you the extreme to which you can go to have these things at your wedding.
Where would that be? That wouldn't be here,
That would be
it?
abroad, yeah.
Yes.
But you know, anything's possible.
Yes. Well, isn't that fantastic? So do people go abroad for winter weddings?
Some people do. I mean, Finland, Sweden, Norway, Lapland, those sort of places, or
Lapland,
Austria. There's
yeah.
a website called igloo.com, but it's spelled IGLU, and it's in Austria. And actually, they sort of organise weddings for bride and grooms that want to get married inside an igloo type thing.
Oh my
So, yeah.
goodness.
So it's possible. Or
Yes.
you can have a skiing wedding, that kind of thing.
Skiing wedding.
Yeah.
I
This is,
do, as you go down the hill.
You slide down the slope.
Oh gosh.
This is
what's
in
it?
Sweden. This is a nice hotel where people can stay, you know, for their honeymoon and things like that.
Right.
So
That
that's
almost looks
taking
like...
winter to the extreme.
It is, isn't it? It almost looks like a church,
Yeah,
because
it does
is that
a
a
bit.
cross?
Yeah, it does look like it, doesn't it? I think that's the chapel. They've sort of carved this
Yeah.
chapel.
Oh,
So,
isn't that amazing? I do know somebody who stayed in one of those
Really?
iced hotels, yes. Slept on reindeer
That's right,
skins,
skins,
yes.
yeah.
They said it was wonderful.
Yeah.
I
An
can't go.
experience.
I'm saying, where's the springs?
Yeah, yeah. That's not everyone's idea of bliss, but you know, if you do love the winter and you love the snow,
Yes.
it's a great
Oh,
thing to get married.
look at
Oh,
that.
it's pretty, isn't it?
Oh, that is
Again,
lovely.
that's abroad, most you can
Yes.
tell, but it just gives you an idea that you could have horses or reindeer pulling a sleigh for the bride and groom, or that kind of thing.
It's actually quite romantic,
It's very
isn't
romantic.
it?
It's a lovely scene setting, isn't it?
Yes, I like that.
Yeah.
So you'd be able to find and source places
Well,
that
there are
people want
reindeer
to
and
stay.
horses in in this country that people can hire for such an occasion. I mean, we can't guarantee the snow, but you know, if you want that kind of wintry image,
right. So you could
possible.
organise that.
Yeah.
I really think it's worth saying at this point, Jill, if you don't mind, and I just wanted to say this, that Jill is a wedding planner and she can organise the whole of your wedding if that's what you want. But actually, you can ask Jill just for very small parts of your wedding, if it was that you wanted to know what sort of wedding you could have.
Yeah.
Discuss it with Jill. You don't have to necessarily have her for the whole wedding. You might just want her for a little part of it. I think that's true,
right.
isn't it?
True, yes, that's what wedding planners are trained to do. You can do as much or as little as, you know, the bride and groom determine.
And if you were going abroad for a holiday, a winter holiday, a winter wedding, and you wanted an appropriate dress, perhaps I think that'd be quite good to speak to a wedding planner,
Yeah,
because
we sort of give advice on things like that, and we can help you plan your wedding abroad.
I think that's really good. So it's always good just to mention that. It may be a very small part of your wedding you just want advice on, or it may be more. Always ring Jill. She's there to help. I think that's right, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
You've taken us to such wonderful places, Jill.
Well,
You
it's
really
just
have.
an eye-opener of what can be had,
Yes.
you know, for a winter-type wedding.
And what you can get in Felix. So I'm still in shock after the jewellery box. Just what is stock there. It was amazing.
I mean,
wasn't
they
it?
obviously stock prom dresses, but the red colours or the green colours could double as wedding dresses as well.
Yes.
So for a bride that wanted a red outfit, you know,
There's some
Karina
beautiful
will stock that.
dresses.
Yeah.
And you showed us some lovely dresses
Yeah,
on
quite
here.
interesting, aren't they?
Yes, I love the different colour
Yeah,
in them.
it's quite nice.
Times are changing.
Yeah.
It used to be all white,
Yes,
didn't it, at
white
one
or
time?
ivory, but yeah, now you can go for any colour really.
Yes,
So.
that's absolutely wonderful. I've really enjoyed today. Is there anything else that you'd like to add? That,
Well, just a few tips. So if you are having a wedding in a colder climate, whether it be in this country, maybe Scotland, or if you're going abroad, some brides decide that they want to treat their guests to keep them warm, so they might have a sort of basket of blankets or shrugs or something around. And obviously, if you are having a wedding where there's snow, it's better to wear sort of, you know, welly boots or something. But you can get fantastic Wellington boots now in whites or creams or sort of silvers and things like that. And then obviously when you go indoors, you can change your footwear.
Yes.
So, you know, think practical as well. You've got to walk a little bit on snow
yes.
as a bride. And under your dress, you probably won't see the boots too much. So.
No, and hope you're going somewhere where you can be warm
Yeah,
as well.
exactly.
That you don't get some breezy, great big hall
No,
that's,
exactly.
that's cold.
Yeah.
But you've opened my eyes. I would never have thought a winter wedding could
Yeah,
be
they
really
are
this
popular.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Yes.
they can be.
That's
So.
wonderful.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed today. I don't know about you. I thought everything was lovely. So thank you so much for joining us, and thank you, Jill.
Thanks, Maureen.
Again,
Pleasure.
you've opened our eyes. Thank you. So thank you so much for joining us, and see you again just after Christmas, I believe. We'll be doing a look back on the year over Christmas, but Jill will be back in January, and we'll look forward to seeing you then. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.